Oh, boy, TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Oh, they really ready, Big Flea. Worldwide Flea's in the building.
We're here. We're here.
Worldwide Flea's in the building.
We're here. Knicks Rehab. Fabian Perspective. Big Flea.
I don't even know how to intro this. All I know is we got some Broad Street bullies turning into some big bald babies. That's what we doing out here. What's this guy's name?
Get your bag.
What's his name? Nick Nurse. The big jerk himself.
Yo.
Dude, you've been doing me up to turn that off. Hearing in the background. It's distracting me. Thank you, young man.
Big shout out.
Are you kidding me? Nick Nurse, get out of here. Don't you ever in your life. Big babies. The whole NBA is full of big babies. We're in the building. This is why they're crying, Flea. Let's talk. Let's show them why.
DiVincenzo finds Brunson. Great defense here by the Sixers.
Oh, give me that. Good bounce.
Gets a prayer of a bounce.
Gotta get it in. So call timeout. Oh, good hands. Give me that, Josh.
Never stop.
Oh,
never heard a whistle.
Shot clock is off.
Oh, I get that rebound.
Oh my God, I took it to bed at this point.
Kick out. Yup.
Oh,
bang bang.
The Knicks have the lead again.
Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all.
Defense turning into offense.
Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all.
You kidding me? Look at that.
DiVincenzo finds Brunson.
Let's watch it again. Are you kidding me?
Good bounce. Should have called timeout, Lowry. You bugging. Up. Give me that.
The veteran.
Give me that.
The championship coach with his fake timeout.
Dante. Nothing. Oh, I get that rebound. OG, kick it out, OG. Oh, top of the key. 3 me.
Oh my God.
The Knicks have the
3 me.
Their defense turning into offense.
You hear that in the background. Oh my God. Worldwide Flea. Are we live?
Yo, we got to find that Mike Breen call. The Breen call was crazy. The Breen call is crazy. I know that's the TNT call. The Breen call was insane.
No, that Breen was a TNT call.
Nah, Breen wasn't the TNT call. It was Van Gundy. It was Van Gundy, Stan Van Gundy, and the other dude.
Oh,
Breen was on MSG.
MSG. I was listening to MSG. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because you're right. Because Will Clyde Frazier was making so many great points. It's way better to watch us on with Will Clyde Frazier. I'm sorry. Let's see that again.
Back to Brunson. Brunson double team, splits the defense. Lowry takes it away, picked up by DiVincenzo. 8 on the 24. DiVincenzo corner to Brunson. Sidestep, three-pointer. Shot.
Bounce.
God, took the bounce and went in. 2-point game.
You fumbled it, Maxie.
And Maxie
They ain't try to sell a call.
DiVincenzo, his shot won't go. Hartenstein, the
great rebound.
Hartenstein gets it out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo a three.
Oh.
3 me.
Knicks take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds remaining. The Hart.
Are you kidding me?
Brunson double team, splits the defense.
Please.
Lowry takes it away, picked up by DiVincenzo. 8 on the 24. DiVincenzo corner to Brunson. Sidestep, three-pointer. Shot. It's good. Went in.
I'm sorry.
Baby loves it. He loves it. I love it.
And Maxey gets knocked down. Hart takes it away. Out top to DiVincenzo. His shot won't go. Hartenstein the rebound. Hartenstein gets it out to Anunoby. DiVincenzo.
No hesitation.
Bang!
Bang!
Knicks take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds remaining. The Hart.
The disrespect hasn't stopped. You saw Shaq. You heard Shaq. They won't go away. You bum. Why would you ever talk about us like that? You big bum. You join Nick Nurse, the big bald bums. That's what you are. Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Nick Nurse. Bald bums ruined for Philly before. We won't go away. We've seen this all year long, Flea. What are they talking about? They could guard Brunson. They cut off Brunson's whole left side. Go right. Go right. Thibodeau, I'm mad at you. We'll get to that in a second. Nick Nurse, I can't believe you didn't call a real timeout. And they had the nerve to cry like that. But this ain't about you. This is about what happened, who came through, who had the heart. I don't even know who to give the MVP to. Games like this, again, the comparison is getting closer and closer. The 2008, 2007 Giants, New York Giants,
There you go.
led by a crazy, clumsy Eli Manning. But we got a real stellar leader in Jalen Brunson, and a lot of things have to go right. Jeremy Shockey went down. Tiki Barber wasn't there anymore. Our big guy went down. It was almost like addition by subtraction. No disrespect, Julius Randle, but it is what it is. We don't have anybody fumbling rebounds out there, missing defensive assignments, really, except for you, OG. We'll get to that in a second. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and iHeart.
iHeart gets the game ball for me. The game ball goes to Isaiah Hartenstein. The effort that he played with last night, the fact that he can't do anything with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid kills him, but iHeart gives it his all on the defensive end, trying to defend that dude. And big shout out to Allen Houston, my favorite player growing up. That heart, no pun intended, man, that heart that he played with last night, right, was off the charts in terms of what Isaiah Hartenstein did last night. He came up with a key offensive rebound, right, and then came up with the key stop at the end of the game. You got a Tyrese Maxey coming at you full-headed steam, and you're able to recover and get that big block. That was big. That was huge for us to really put the icing on the cake and end that game, man. You can't say more about Josh Hart. He has been the most consistent player outside of Jalen Brunson all season long. Like the most consistent from beginning to end. From beginning of season to end, Josh Hart has been the most consistent player thus far, right? Everybody has gone through their lows. I have been able to count on Josh Hart every time he steps on the floor, no matter what. He's bringing it, everything, heart and soul, rebounds, hustle, defensive plays, hitting big shots. He's getting more comfortable with his three ball now. You know what I'm saying? Like his game is just starting to elevate right before our eyes, right? And so that was just a big win for us last night, man. Huge win for us. Down 5 with like 30 seconds to go. I really thought that game was over. I really thought we was going back to Philly, tied 1-1, and this was really going to be a series. But we really, man, I'm so proud of that New York Knicks team last night. Just the grit. What I said about this, what we talked about with big shout out to Sean Bernard. What we talked about with Sean, man, the grit and grime that this is going to take to get W's in this series for us. This is what we need right here. Big rebound. Look
at this.
Big rebound, iHeart.
How much more fitting? Look at this.
Come on.
And they captured Melo. Get out of here with the too cool thing, man.
Look at my man in the mustard. Look at Spree. Look at Starks.
No, it's Starks. It's Starks. Listen, Starks all game long. I gotta get the other video when he smacked Josh Hart in the back of his shoulder. Josh Hart's like, "Who is that?
Yeah,
who just came from the crowd and hit me like a wrestler?"
Yeah, they realized it was Starks.
Crazy. Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, it's getting crazy out here." John Starks, we talked about it beforehand when Marbury's going crazy. Marbury's online going crazy. I seen you, Marbury, going New York.
A lot of Knicks love.
I remember. I'm not a fan of John Starks. But really, as I got older, I forgave him. I forgave Patrick Ewing because they did all they could. Like you said about Josh Hart. He just shows up and he's Josh Hart. Starks, at 60 years old or whatever he is, John Starks is just showing up being John Starks.
I love it. That's the same John. Remember what John was? The energy that John used to play with back in the day. Look at John. Look at John. Look at John Wiley. John Wiley. John Wiley. I love it.
This is what we miss about him. He used to have us go. I can't even lie. When it was on, this is what it felt like. It's the 90s all over again. They got OJ on the news. They got the Knicks going back to the championship. It's a 30-year thing, baby.
Yo.
That's when I officially became a Knicks fan, was 94.
Rangers
during the whole time.
Rangers is lit right now.
Right. They used to yell. I remember the Islanders fans and everybody else that hated on the Rangers, they would yell 1940, because the Rangers, they won in 1940 before 94. We do our homework here on All Ball TV. Don't play with us.
Yeah, good homework.
Rangers won in 94. We were supposed to complete that. And the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken, they're looking good this year. Crazy.
Yes.
Everyone's telling me they like the team to beat.
Yeah. They won that midseason cup. And so.
You're right, Christopher. It wasn't Stark's fault. It was Pat Riley's fault.
Yeah. You gotta play Rolando Blackman. You gotta bring Rolando Blackman in. Just for a spell. Just for a spell. Just for a spell. You bring Blackman in the game. You let him play. And then let Starks get out of his head. That was 2 for 18. He couldn't find a bucket. We love you, John. We love you. We love you.
Sup, Knicks?
Yes,
Knicks
sir.
100. How do you feel today? Because it's back-to-back games that we'll get into that in a second. How they played, how they really played, how I really feel about our play. Knicks 100. Me and you are not off track with that. We're not off track, even though the results are the results. I wish all ball was here to go nuts. Flea's here. You know, he's even keel Flea. He's worldwide Flea today.
I'm good.
He's worldwide Flea today.
Worldwide
he's on a
flea
flip.
Today. Worldwide.
Are you
Flea
crazy?
Today.
Now, let's segue to what the Inside the NBA guys had to say, because they're giving us views. For whatever reason, you guys love it to hear us talk about them. I'm rolling with it. Ain't no line over here. You know, we keep it a 1,000 on this
1,000
side.
over here.
Where's it at? Boom, Inside the NBA. They're going to break down or what the hell they was watching. That shit, I didn't share. Boom. Boom. That's my guy. My guy from Denzel on. Boom. I'm going crazy, Flea.
Yeah, I love it, baby. It said boom. Yeah.
Boom. I'm sorry, there's no sound.
With 30 seconds to play in the game, and Jalen Brunson, who has really struggled from the field, gets the bounce.
Say it, Chuck. Say it, Chuck.
Call timeout.
Say it again,
Call
Chuck.
timeout.
One more time, Chuck.
Call timeout. Inbounds gets away. Loose ball. Dante DiVincenzo. But Isaiah Hartenstein with the offensive rebound.
Give me some.
Another chance and buries it. 102 to 101. It would end up 104, 101.
Talk about it, Ernie. No, let's get to. I'm sorry. Let me get to what Barkley was saying.
Yeah, but he called timeout as the ball was being stolen. Well, but I'm just saying, I would have called timeout after Brunson made the three to take the ball to half court. Yeah, because you can take the ball to half court. That's what I would have did. And I know obviously hindsight is whatever, but when he made that three, it's a one possession game. You at least make them have to go the full length of the court. You call timeout immediately.
Maxey had 35 for Philadelphia in a losing effort. Embiid 34, 11, and 6. Here was Joel after the game.
Oh yeah, hold on. We want to watch this yet? We want to react to Joel Embiid yet? I'll get to that in a second. We'll get to Joel Embiid in a second.
Don't even hesitate, because a lot of guys will hesitate in that situation.
DiVincenzo, but let's him and Shaq were basically talking about. Shaq initially was trying to cry about it. Barkley, that's why I said always say Barkley kept it real. Yo, you're supposed to call a timeout as soon as you get, as Kyle Lowry has the ball, you got possession, call a timeout.
Yes.
Call the timeout.
Yes.
Flea, you've been in these moments way more than I have. I'll pull up the fake timeout he's been pump faking, but you told us, why is it so important to be assertive as a coach and not cry afterwards about not getting a timeout call?
Well, I will say this. in that moment, I guess it's it's a little frantic because, and you can't blame that. These are professionals. But I'm just saying, we are humans too. So in the moment, it's a little frantic. Jalen Brunson hits that three. He hits, and it's not like a swish. It's not all net. He got a friendly roll on that three. It bounces in. And so now they're anticipating a foul, right? Philly is anticipating a foul because they're trying to get the ball. We're trying to get the ball back. So we have to be as aggressive as possible without fouling, which we were able to do. I think we did foul Maxey. If you put me on a lie detector test, I would have to tell the truth. Maxey was fouled. We mugged him, to be honest. But we got that call back from that rebound that Dante DiVincenzo got fouled on, and they challenged it. I don't know if you guys remember that. And they challenged it, and Philly won the challenge saying it wasn't a foul, but he was clearly fouled. So, if we want to discuss the refs and all of that, that's a whole nother discussion. What I'm saying is that Kyle Lowry has to know in that moment, if Maxey is being doubled, you can't get the ball in bounds, and you have a timeout, that way you can advance the ball, you do call that timeout, right? You do call it. But, I mean, you're under our basket. Maxey is hot. You want to get it in his hands to make a decision. We just played better defense, I think. And was able to do what we've been doing all year, which is be scrappy. We got the same kind of win like this in the Garden against Detroit a couple months ago, maybe a month or two ago. Same type of scenario. We're down. We got to get a stop. We got to get a steal without fouling. Maybe they do miss a call in that game as well. Who knows? But the end of the story is we come up with a big steal and hit a big shot. And that's what we've been doing all year. Just guys have been stepping up in big moments. And this is just another example of guys stepping up in big moments. Not concerned about Brunson. I think Philly is playing really good defense, and he's just in a slump right now. I don't think he has anything.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to Brunson in a second. Cause I'm definitely worried about it because it's a great game plan. But this right here, just to let you guys know in the background, shout out to Turtle from Entourage, Jerry Ferrer, I think his name is.
Jerry Ferrer.
Clearly see that's Nick Nurse at the left. He's trying to call a timeout, but look at the pump fake. Then he sees Maxey on the floor on the ground with the ball, but he doesn't call. Like, he has both hands on the ball and he turns towards the court. Why? That's your fault. If you want a timeout, we don't see. Where's it? Somebody said Embiid. I think it was shout out to Mel. He's in the comments saying Embiid called a timeout. I don't see it. It's not, and it's hostile. Everything to me, in my opinion, and Flea is a very nice guy. I'm not when it's times like this, because when it's at the end of the day, Nick Nurse is trying to paint a picture along with the guy up top, and we can talk about the Lakers at some other time. It all starts with them. When you got crybabies leading the organization, this is what happens. Then you got Anthony Davis, the second star, crying about a defensive player of the year, crying about the call last night. Same thing with Daryl Morey in Philadelphia, crying. They're following the grievance.
That Laker call with D'Lo has zero to do with them blowing a 20-point lead. I sat up and watched that. I was mad that I sat up and watched that for them to blow that. Anyway, that call has nothing to do with it. And LeBron, that's ridiculous. Don't even talk to me about why y'all coughed up a 20-point lead. Y'all were awful on defense during that stretch. Anyway,
talk to me why Philly has only 3 guys in double figures. 3. And they're lucky to get the third one in double figures.
A lot of those guys got to be better. Buddy Hield got to be better. Kelly Oubre got to be better. There's a lot of those guys over there in Philly that got to be better for them to fuck with us. Excuse me.
Mess with. I think all these things factor in when you're frustrated and you're up by 5 and you lose that lead. Kyle Lowry missed a free throw, missed a veteran. Big Sean Bernard. I wish I should have invited him before I got up here. I don't want to issue on him before he comes on here. But bottom line is, we talked about it then. He said, "Oh, Kyle Lowry, we can't. That was luck the first game." I said, and he counted with Josh Hart's shots were lucky. Well, counting on Josh Hart ain't luck. Like you just said earlier. From the beginning of this season till now, he is one of the most consistent Knicks.
He's been the most consistent
with Brunson.
Yeah, aside from Brunson, he's been the most consistent player on our basketball team, and he's like his game has elevated right in front of us. All he's done is gotten better this year. He was already a great rebounder, has become an even better rebounder. He's already a decent shooter. He's become a better shooter over the year. He was a decent defender. I think he's one of the better defenders on our team now, right? On the ball defender and a guy who plays great team defense. One of 50-50 balls. People don't talk about those 50-50 balls. When you getting on the floor trying to get after it and it's you and the other team going after it. Like, those happen a lot of the times. He's after a lot of those. A lot of teams don't have those type of players, like him, like a Dylan Brooks, like, those kind of guys that, just really just get after it, whether you like them or not,
And they're relying on this 50-year-old veteran who makes moves like this.
I was laughing about this shit so hard. Why he fall like that? Why did he fall like that? Why did he fall like that?
This is your agent veteran. This is your leader, your fearless leader. Do you understand that the MVP, the current MVP still reigning, is the Bionic Man is falling apart out there with his left knee, the same left knee that Kyle Lowry decided to bounce off the floor like that with. His knee is falling apart. They keep stitching it back together on the sidelines. And you pull that move off as a veteran?
Why did he fall like that?
This is crazy. That is the craziest. Nah, he dropped like somebody sniped him. This is crazy, Flea. Somebody called him cow floppery. This is insane. What is that?
Why did he fall like that?
Yo,
no,
Yo, Philly, come get your man.
Yo, that's real. That's real tears, man. Under these glasses, man, there's some real tears. Yo, man, why did he? Yo, I was laughing on that early this morning, for 10 minutes. That shit still got me crying. Why did he fall like that? I'm trying to understand.
There was no need.
They carried him off.
No, stop. No, he didn't. Wait.
Did. They had to help him off.
No,
because I thought he was really hurt. No. I thought he was really hurt until I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, he was doing some goofy shit." But yeah, they had to help him off.
No, I gotta look this up. I'm sorry, in real time. I didn't have this ready.
Nah, they had to help him off. That's why I really thought Kyle Lowry was hurt. But then I saw that this morning, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, nah."
Wait a minute. Does he have a history of this?
Oh man,
does your man have a history of this? Because
there's a compilation of him flopping around.
Nah, look, he's nah, come on, man. I hope he wasn't really hurt here because I'm just laughing at him at this point.
I don't know. That's true. I don't know if he's real. But last night, I don't know if he was really hurt, man. He felt something crazy. Like that's insane.
That's the wildest. I didn't even know they picked him up, bro. That was crazy.
That was insane.
That was crazy. Listen, man. We're basking in glory. I've laughed at. Hold on. Is it time to laugh at Embiid yet? Is it time to laugh at Embiid yet? Because
I don't know. All right,
and just for a couple minutes, because I know. Listen, he's a good guy.
He's a warrior right now, bro. He's a warrior.
You're too serious with me. Hold on.
It's too serious. All right.
Let's
play it.
Because this is All right, let me intro it. Embiid, Joel Embiid, the current reigning MVP. He went through a lot last night. I mean, there's footage of him going just bananas on the sideline. They were wrapping him up and everything. But what do we feel about him just crying like Terrell, like we made Terrell Owens cry? Again, another Flea, Faith Stradamus, another big-time player that New York City made cry. All these big yappers. Listen, Philadelphia, I understand you guys got big mouths from the East Coast. You don't do it like this. You don't do it like this. The swag is not like this. We throw shots with swag. It hurts. And we do it with style.
Different.
No.
Different.
Big Flea.
Different.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you talk that talk and you can't walk that walk.
I know. So, we're good. We're going to win this series. We're going to win this.
Pick your head up when you're talking to me.
We did a better job today, so we're going to fix it. But we're the better team, and we're going to keep fighting. We should be 2-0.
Come on, man.
Pick your head up.
I didn't even get that. Wasn't even the real clip where he was saying,
that's my quarterback.
That's what we do. Don't talk to us like that, man. He's sitting there crying about the calls, following Nick Nurse, the leader, following Daryl Morey, another guy who's going to file a grievance because of the last 2 games in New York City. You're going to get called on the road against the number 2 team, which is the Bionic Man. The help, this guy, come on, he's helpless out there. The Bionic Man. He's looking for help from the referees. They haven't gotten help apparently last 3 or 4 years in the playoffs. Nobody cares. They keep crying about calls from 4 years ago. Do you think? All right, the joke's over. He's a warrior, man. Like anybody who's really, if you said anything bad or have anything wrong to say about Joel Embiid at this point, you're out of your mind. You're out of here. He's limping out there. I haven't seen a player do this, and especially no disrespect. I'm not even gonna bring up his name in this era. Who's dragging themselves out there and doing this?
My man was like, yo, this might be like some like medical malpractice type shit. Like you might have to sit him down. Like this is insane. Like, nah, you might pay for this later on. Like these are the circumstances and the conditions when it is time to quote unquote load manage or take day games off and things like that. Now we understand the magnitude of what's going on. It's the playoffs, first round of the playoffs. You unfortunately got hurt at a time that put y'all in the position to be the 7th seed now. Like before, this would have been kind of flip-flop because Philly was a top 3 or 4 seed before he got hurt, right? So, they have to, he has to feel like, I'm gonna push myself to be out there, and it's tough to watch. It's tough and great to watch at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to people that's watching and things like that, but the fact that he's giving him his all and still out there 30-10 on us, right? But you could see that he's laboring. So just imagine if this dude is fully healthy. Jesus Christ, like we might be down 0-2 right now just because of who he is and the type of attention that he demands. So the jokes is fun, in terms of him complaining about calls. He gets calls all year long. He should be the last person talking about calls and getting calls and all that garbage. You get calls all season long. I'm sure you've led the league in free throw attempts several different times. Cut it out. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, we get it. But in terms of you just playing and him putting himself out there, like, there's nothing bad that you could say about Joel Embiid right now.
And we got to remain consistent. We'll get to in a couple of minutes. We'll react to Gilbert Arenas saying he should, not be playing right now. And that of course he would say that, right? Like he wishes he could really do what Embiid has the balls to do, bro. Like I made fun of him. Harden took 2 games last year, and he couldn't come through. Maybe he was hurt. I don't know if it's his stamina, his conditioning. I don't want to hear from DeMarcus Cousins though. That's the guy I don't want to hear from. You bet if DeMarcus Cousins say, "Hey, I was a little out of shape myself, and I've been there before," start from that perspective. Anybody who's played the game that's gonna down Joel Embiid is crazy. It's crazy. He made his 250, he made his 300, and he's going out there in the face of load management, in the face of everybody. He's proven again, I go out there regardless. I don't want to hear that, man. It's his eyes were damn in the back of his head last game when he fell off his knee. That off the backboard dunk was insane. If he doesn't get hurt like that, again, the Willis Reed moments. Is it not worth it? I'm not gonna talk about Joel Embiid like that. I just won't.
For the people that may have taken notice and what Fabian just mentioned, when he threw the ball off the backboard and he dunked it and he fell on the ground and the camera panned to his face and his eyes was kind of rolling back and all of that kind of stuff. A couple years back, I think 2018, 2019, he had orbital surgery to his eye where like he had an eye injury and he had to have some type of surgery around his eye. So doctors have said that there may be some effects to that on why, you may catch him his eye not blinking, that left eye just not blinking when the other right eye is blinking. So it's not some like whole bug out shit. He's not going crazy. I just, I caught some information off of it. I wanted to pass the information on to the people that's watching and my brother that, it's not some, bug out shit going on with him. That may be some effects to that orbital bone injury that he had, like, I don't know, 6 seasons ago.
To my nigga. Knicks 100, he said nobody told him to pull these and one mixtape moves. He would know better next time. See, that's the New York in us, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But that's the guy you want on you. He would drive me crazy, but at the same time, he ain't no Ben Simmons. He ain't like Kawhi Leonard. I've heard things. We've heard plenty of things from a lot of players that don't want to go out there. And he's that warrior spirit. We've heard like Patrick Ewing with the 2 pillows over his knees for the second half of his career. This is throwback kind of stuff. It's almost like he needs to do it because you never know. Plus, the one thing that nobody talks about is we don't know. Like I think you touched on it. We don't know if you'll ever play again at this high level, especially. Like you just don't know. So why not take the chance now? We have Grant Hill. We have several instances where we go like, nah, we don't want this to happen to this guy. But let's just go with the trend. Joel Embiid either can't get into shape or this condition that we look forward to him being in, or he's trying for whatever reason. It's not working out at this time period, but the effort is there. He's confirming that with these efforts. Like that's insane, bro. To throw the ball off the backboard and just damn near snap your knee in half like that over 2 of our best defenders, basically.
Bro, I'm always and forever will be a proponent of Joel at some point leaning out. He's got to lean out a little bit. Like just shed a little. Like if he, and I may be wrong. I may not know what I'm talking about, but I just feel like if he could take a little bit of weight off of those knees, just take some weight off of the knees, he'd still be powerful. He'd still be agile. He'll still, be the best big in the league, not named Joker, right? Like it would just be him and Joe still up there, right? But I just something in me keeps telling me like he could be in a little bit better shape. Like just drop a couple of more pounds. I don't know if he feels comfortable playing at a smaller weight, but I think it would take a lot off of his knees if he would consider doing that, and it would give longevity, right? A lot of these guys that were able to stick around and stay in the league for so long was because they took care of their bodies. You know what I'm saying? We look at somebody like Ray Allen, right? Ray leaned out as he got older just so he could stick around. Obviously, he had the ability to shoot. We're not talking about his skills. We're just talking about, body and build and what you do to be able to stick around. Obviously, the best of the best, LeBron James, what he's done to stick around for so long. Like if Joel was to be able to take just a little bit of more weight off, I think that would do wonders for him.
So real quick, let's get into Gilbert Arenas talking about your favorite broadcaster talking about Joel Embiid. Now he should sit out or just not play this year for the rest of the season.
Shut it down.
Why are you
He does that
like
sometimes.
that? And then
It's
he's
Charles.
all of this.
What's up, baby?
Rugby.
He knows.
He can't bet
I
New
know.
York.
He knows.
My whole career was taken apart trying to come back,
Hey.
trying to prove my point. And, the reality of this, being a competitor, no one gives a shit. No one, they don't care if you halfway limping, dog. They don't, you a tiger and you wounded, good. They don't care, right? Like if you coming back 25, 75%, the opposing person who's coming after you does not feel sorry for you. Not at all. Right? It doesn't excuse, oh man, I was half injured. We don't give a fuck about none of that either. Play or don't play, right? So I think sometimes as athletes, we think someone's gonna feel sorry for us if we're playing hurt. Like, y'all are gonna understand. I know I average, 29 and 12, but right now I'm average, 29 and 6, and y'all gonna accept, no one gives a fuck. Right? If you lose and y'all get swept, you got swept.
Yeah.
Right. You can't use, my knee wasn't bad, then no one cares. And that's the problem with that we have to understand that we're being judged by 100% of what our ability is. If we're not given 100% of our ability, we suck in it.
That's basically the gist of it. That's Gilbert Arenas commenting on Joel Embiid and shutting it down for the playoffs. He never would have tried, basically. And he's very consistent on he take money over rings. But if we're being real, Gilbert Arenas ain't got a championship mentality. He's very childish. But not saying he's clearly smart guy, takes advantage of algorithms. He knows what to push. He knows what works, what doesn't work in terms of what gets the crowd going, and that's great. But so does Embiid. Embiid goes out there, he knows exactly what gets the crowd going. He's a wrestler too, and there's no way ever I can't see anybody respecting Gilbert Arenas more than Joel Embiid ever in life. I'm talking about an MVP. This is a perennial MVP candidate every year. I don't want to get too serious, but who the hell is at some point, and Kenya Martin sitting there, I didn't play that part, but he's sitting there rubbing his knees saying, I've been there before and I've done the same thing. I understand both sides. Nah, that's what I don't like about that show. Where is the true counter? Kenya Martin is the tough guy. You're supposed to explain to him what it takes to really be tough, not fake tough. That's fake tough, pulling out guns and all that. Fake tough. Where's Joel Embiid is showing real toughness. That's my issue with everything Gilbert Arenas is doing right now. And just about life in general. That's not what I want the kids to learn. Like, it's cool. It's funny. I rock with Gilbert Arenas because it's funny. It's cool. But that's it. That's all it is. What Joel Embiid is doing is, if I only got one life to live, how am I going to do this? No fear. I don't care what's in front of me. We go on all out. That ain't about, I'm looking for the opponent to feel sorry for me. What? What are you talking about? That's not why Joel Embiid is doing that. He's doing that because he knows he knows where he plays at. Philly is nuts. Philly is like a little Brooklyn. Nah, they're not doing that for that. He's doing it because he's a warrior, man. We look how much respect we gained for him.
That was well said, brother. That was well said. I can't counter that. I have nothing else better to say about that. And I don't even know if we should even spend too much time on Gil after what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was spot on. I don't know if Gil could ever speak from a perspective of what Joel is speaking from or what Joel is playing from, right? I don't know. I don't know if he could ever speak to that. Gil was on a lot of good teams in Washington. Was he the best player on those teams? Yeah, I guess so. But you know, at what point have they ever been in a position where, you know, the expectation is championship level? I don't think any of those teams were ever in consideration to winning the championship. This dude understands that they have not gotten to the Eastern Conference conference finals at all in his tenure as a Philadelphia 76er. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on upstairs for Joel Embiid. So we got to understand why he's really out there right now doing what he's doing, because it's not just like, okay, next year, you know, I'll be back and we'll get after it. Obviously, there is a next year, but he understands what's at stake right now. Like, what we just gave you the MVP last year. What's up? What's up? You just got knocked out of the conference semifinals last year. What's up? You know, so it's I can understand the pressure, but you know, it's unfortunate that the level of pressure that he has as a player, he can't approach it fully healthy. That's the unfortunate part. I would love to see him approaching this challenge of us being the New York Knicks and what we bring to the table. I would love to see him 100% doing, you know, approaching this challenge, because he's not even 100%, maybe even less than 50, and he's still 30-10, which is incredible. Which is incredible. So,
I like what you said, because Joel Embiid playing or not playing means possible championship or no championship. Gilbert Arenas ain't never meant that in basketball.
Right.
In NBA, that ain't your level. Like, again, and this is once again how the people that play ball, and Flea's here, you know how I feel. I don't care what you did in your life. Either you right or you wrong. Either you make sense to me or you don't. And you got to get checked. Somebody got to check him. Like, and when they do, he's the definition of the word goofy. Let's be clear. Goofy Gilbert got to chill out.
Goofy Gilbert.
You cannot speak on a man or a person that's showing heart. You ain't about heart. You already said you're about the bag. So this ain't your department. It's not funny, and we need to have people respond like that. And I love it because we get to flame you. Yeah. Hopefully we throw you on there. You don't block us or whatever it is, and I have to re-download it, put your picture up there, and put the subtitles. I don't know how to get around that. Hopefully you ain't got to do all that, Gilbert. Goofy Gil.
Goofy Gil.
Somebody put it in the comments. Everything Kwame Brown said. Oh, I'm sorry, not somebody. Knicks 100. Everything Kwame Brown said about Gilbert, you actually see live and direct. Correct. I love, and you know me, I'm always fairly. I love the entertainment aspect of everything. I appreciate everyone's point of view, especially when you can just contribute to the conversation. It ain't gotta be too serious all the time, but you gotta get flamed for something like that.
Yeah, that's
you don't ever talk about someone who just we see their blood coming out of their body, and they're out here just they're on the side, bro. He's a football player at that point. We're going wild right now, and he got his money, and he got his money. Let's
so
not
it's
be.
Not, yeah, so
he
it's
got
not
paid.
like he could dog it if he wanted to. He could dog it if he wanted to. He could say, "Hey, Maxie, you got it. I can't even do it." Like, he really tried, and that's what I respect about the dude. He really tried his best to get back out there from that meniscus tear. Had the surgery, worked his ass off to get back. He's back, and is and is still producing at a high level. You could just see that, he's laboring. But yeah, enough about gushing over Joel Embiid.
I love it. Anytime a Knicks, let's get to. You got a couple minutes.
Yeah, I got
Brunson.
I got 2 or 3 minutes left for you.
So break down for me.
Pause no homo.
What you saw? We saw what we liked about the Knicks. We gave DiVincenzo props and everybody. What about the game plan with Brunson and what you saw with him and his struggles?
I'm a little concerned with if he's running out of gas. Now, let's be honest. Jalen Brunson has carried us the entire season, right? With the help of a lot of ancillary pieces. But the main focal point and the guy that's been able to put the ball in the basket at a high volume, has played at an extremely high level all season long, has got it however you want it, has been Jalen Brunson. Now, he's a smaller miniature guard, right? Let's call it what it is. He's a smaller miniature guard that, you know, gets it going when he gets it going downhill. When his floater is dropping, when he's finishing around the rim, when he's getting to the free throw line, that really opens up his jump shot and really opens up the rest of his game, right? But when that's not falling, and I think that's a big part to do with just throwing multiple bodies at him, throwing some length at him. And to be quite honest, like I said, like I really feel like he's a little tired. He's just a little tired, and it's a bad time to be fatigued. But you got to understand what this young man has been carrying all season long, right? And so most superstars in the NBA, most stars in the NBA are not carrying their team by themselves. And if they are, they're not a very good team, right? So the Knicks are a good team because we've been able to jump on the Brunson bandwagon and really, ride that to the top, pause. But now, we're seeing that this it's all shots that he hit this year. You understand what I'm saying, Fabian? It's not even a lot of the shots. He's not taking different shots. All of the shots that he's missed are all shots that he's hit this year. It's nothing different about it. All that I see is I feel like he's a little sped up. The game looks a little sped up for him. It's not his first rodeo, so that's why it concerns me. Like, why is he moving at a different pace than he was, for that 82 games? So I think he'll be fine though. I think he'll be fine. I think he's a pro's pro. I think he's been around the game entirely too long to not know the adjustments he has to make. I think he understands how important he is to the success of this team. How much better we can be if he's at the top of his game, because once he is at the top of his game and we have all our guys rocking and rolling, being up 2-0 now, I will be honest, being able to sweep them looks a little closer than it did a couple days ago when my brother Fabian jumped out there and said, we could sweep this team. That's nothing. We could sweep this team. And you weren't coming from a disrespectful standpoint to Philly. You understood that each game would be difficult, but we have opportunity to win all four. And so now I fully understand that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we come out of there and get back to the Garden up 3-1 or win 2 more.
Well, I appreciate you. Now, if you gotta drop out, just let me know.
Yeah. I got to run though. I always appreciate Knicks Rehab. Finish out strong, bro. I'll be tapped in. Appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in so far.
Worldwide Flea in the building.
Of course
he's live.
Yeah.
Of course he's live.
Of course. I'm out of here.
All right, that was Big Flea. I do just want to say, if I could break this down, you guys can break it down for me. At MSG, if you watch the MSG broadcast, Clyde Frazier breaks us down, no filter. I think especially the best that he can. We know about Dolan and we know how Frazier won't talk about the organization too much, but that on the court antics and how everyone gets along. DiVincenzo is capable enough to cross half court with that ball. I hate Josh Hart with the ball half court. For some reason, he just goes. I don't know why he's running a sprint every time he gets the ball. He's a lunatic. But McBride and DiVincenzo are perfectly capable of bringing that ball up. That's part of the reason why we're missing Randall. But Randall's a lot like Josh Hart, where he gets lost in bringing that ball up. And you kind of, the defense will lullaby Josh Hart and Randall to get to the paint to rip the ball out of them. They'll turn the ball over in the paint. So DiVincenzo and McBride, they have a slightly more, or way more of a hybrid brain than Josh Hart and Julius Randle. Because they'll cross half court and know, all right, we got to set up right now. Forget about what they're throwing at us. We got to set up right now. Brunson crosses half court, and now they're cutting off the left side of the court. Just cutting it off. We dare you to operate from the right side the entire time with the ball in his hands. On top of that, you got the big wings and everything guarded Jalen Brunson. We know Brunson, with the ball in his hands, is looking to get into a rhythm through his dribble. He's averaging 9 seconds a game dribbling the ball. We know that's what he does. So let's like allow him to self-destruct. His biggest strength is his biggest flaw when it means that the rest of the team stands around and is waiting to see if he can crack the opponent. Too much one-on-one, too much one-on-two, too much one-on right side of the court where you're not great at. And again, we're used to this because of why. Remember, we've seen this with Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, left-handed guys who make them go right and see what happens. And now it's an even smaller version of that, who's way more skilled than both of them, and he still can't figure it out just yet. We got 2 days of him and Thibodeau, and my guy's name on the bench. It's not Johnny Bench, it's Johnny, I forgot his name, but they love that guy on the bench that works out their offense. You saw the play with DiVincenzo. They scrambled, he picked up the ball, and he found Brunson when he hit the shot, that corner three-point shot off the bounce. They need to allow Brunson to set up off the ball on the left-hand side somehow, and allow McBride and all these other guys to set up on the right-hand side of the court, because the attention and what they call gravity is going to be on Brunson. You can't leave him open. Why isn't he turning into an incredible spot-up shooter with McBride and Hartenstein setting something up on that side of the court? You understand what I'm saying? So I want to see more DiVincenzo with the ball in his hands and McBride crossing half court, and make Brunson go shoot out and get that attention on him from another side of the court. It's just, again, it's just like football. It's a moving line of scrimmage. And again, all you Philadelphia fans who don't understand, this is how we've been winning all season long. We don't just rely on Jalen Brunson. It's never been like that. You saw that because he got 60 on San Antonio or whatever it was, but that's not how it's being played. Josh Hart picking it up. McBride was the first game. Bogey, we didn't mention you. Those 2 3-pointers. He's a sharp shooter. Set shot, money. That's the guy we need to produce. Him and the rest of the bench. It's going to be a collective effort. 2 other things that stood out before I forget is the Embiid and Odie Anunoby. For me, Embiid was so hurt in the second half. Remember, he missed out that box out for Hartenstein to get that game-winning jump shot for DiVincenzo to go ahead and eventually the game-winning jump shot for DiVincenzo. Embiid is hurt. He's hobbling out there. You can't have. He's in the corner. Embiid is in the corner the entire second half, basically, unless he's setting the pick for Maxey. Put Bogey in the game and let him go help off Embiid at that. Like, we seen this with Jimmy Butler last year. We did not take advantage. Once again, another round where their star player is hobbled and we're not taking advantage. I don't like the lack of killer instinct. I don't like it whatsoever. Please tell me my audio is low. Hope you guys can hear me. I don't like the lack. Let me see if I raise it. Let me know if my audio is good, guys. It sounds crazy. But it is what it is. Audio. Yo, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's still sounding low. Oh, look who it is.
No. Fabe,
look who it is.
Fabe, your audio's been messed up for like 15 minutes. I was just gonna come and tell you that I'm watching the live, but I want, because the people are talking, they want the audio.
Oh, damn.
Ever since Flea got off, yeah. fix it, and we'll comment on the video, and we'll let you know if it's good. But I gotta go back to work. I just wanted to tell you that.
All right, thanks, guys. You guys love me, man. Hold on, let me go. How does this sound, fellas? 1 2 1 2. Oh yeah, this is crazy. I can see the green ball's going crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Went out again. Let me see. I'm waiting for the comments. Now better. Oh, Beloved's in the building. East side, Beloved. How's it sounding, fellas? 1 2 1 2. The green ball's going up. You good now? All right. So I was getting into I don't know if you heard this part. For me, the 76ers got big wings out there. We all heard about that 1,000%, right? Ad nauseum. If you guys are watching the MSG network, the MSG network is different. The MSG network was Clyde Frazier. He no holds barred. He kept it real. The 76ers cut off the left side of the court from Brunson. Go operate on the right side, see what happens. That's a big time flaw of Jalen Brunson at this point. And we've seen this with Julius Randle. We've seen it with RJ Barrett. A couple of lefties, make them go right, they're going to struggle, right? Brunson is more skilled than they are, and he didn't figure it out. On top of that, he over dribbles. 9 seconds per possession, 9 seconds per game per dribble, or what while he's dribbling the ball a game. That's tough. So they're saying, yo, go self-destruct. Go self-destruct. We're going to have 3 6'8" guys waiting for you to pass the ball around. Make him go off ball. Again, Steph Curry already showed you how to do this in this era. In this era, he has to move off ball. DiVincenzo and McBride are perfectly capable of moving that ball up past half court and setting up with a hybrid mind. Get the offense going. Get the offense started. We cross half court and get started on offense. Make Jalen Brunson operate from off ball and also the left side of the court where he's more comfortable, obviously more comfortable, right? Get Hartenstein on the right side of the court. Set the picks there. He's your second best passer. Maybe our best passer, actually. That is glaring. That is glaring for Jalen Brunson. We all know that. That's the way I believe to counter that until he decides to figure out what to do in practice and get some sort of go-to jump shot going right, because they figured that out from him. The other thing that stood out to me, 2 things before I forget. Embiid and OG. Embiid and OG. They stood out. It stands out. And I can't believe it. Right? Embiid, for the second year in a row, the Knicks are playing up against another opponent, high level, with their MVP, their superstar is hobbled. Jimmy Butler last year was hobbled. And we did not take advantage. I don't like the lack of killer instinct from Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks. Joel Embiid is in the corner doing nothing. Unless he's setting the pick for Tyrese Maxey. I don't like that. We got to do something about that. You got to have Hartenstein play off of him, put bogey on him. You don't just, there's no reason why we have Hartenstein, OG Anunoby laying in the corner and can't help on Maxey running a play on the other side. We could, if essentially it's 1-on-5. I didn't like that. Joel Embiid is clearly hobbled. You got to take advantage. And the last thing for me, OG Anunoby, man, you on the clock. You're on the clock, bro. I've been bigging you up the last month or two. You're the reason why I believe we could beat any team out there. I haven't seen any side of that guy. The entire series. I have not seen anything from OG Anunoby. We don't need you on ball on Maxey because I've seen what he could do to you. For some reason, you can't do nothing. They said a pick on you with Maxey on him. and you flail and I don't know where you land. If Embiid has the ball outside of the paint, OG should be guarding him. OG should be guarding him. If he's outside of the paint, OG should be guarding him. All you heard was Clyde Frazier talking about it the entire game. Yo, make him put the ball on the floor. Make Embiid put that ball on the floor. Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson are scared to do it because they're scared to move around on the perimeter because Embiid is so skilled. OG, this is perfect for you to guard Embiid on the perimeter. Make him put the ball on the floor. Make him go left. Make him put that weight over there. I'm very disappointed in OG Anunoby. All these Philly fans, all they talk about is that, we gave away the victory. We gave you the guys a victory. No, our two best guys have not had great games or good game, decent games towards their strengths. Brunson is a great offensive player, has not played great on offense. And really what I'm most disappointed about is OG Anunoby is a great defender who has not played good defense at all. Nothing memorable. The only thing he did was pass the ball to DiVincenzo for the game-winning assist and grab the game-winning rebound. Hartenstein's been clutch, big time, even better than I thought. I forgot he could block shots like that. That's how great that last play was. Amazing. I'm gonna get to some of these comments. I should throw a link in the chat let's do it for 10 minutes. Link is going in the chat for all you lunatics, especially you Philly guys. I want to see the Philly guys come in here going crazy. 22-3. Oh, correct. 22-3 now with OG Anunoby. William Thompson, great point. 22-3 with OG. If OG steps up and he is who he is, Philly's not winning a game. They have 3 guys that went into double figures. I want to say both games. Let's see. I gotta let you guys watch what I'm watching instead of just going off, right? Boom. Here we go, as Super Mario would say. Philadelphia stats, advanced stats. Can we go to each game? Boston Celtics, Sixers, series stats. How come I can't just go to the game? Oh, there it goes. Just be patient, Fabian. Okay. So this is the first game, right? Maxey, Lowry, Embiid, and Oubre all in double figures. And this is my thing. Scott Oubre was 3 of 7. Joel Embiid was 8 of 22. Where was Oubre at yesterday? Tobias Harris, 7 points. Tobias Harris, I think, was the guy that gave him put him in double figures last night. They only had 3 guys in double figures last night. Because that was game 1. They had 4 guys in double figures. I think they thought they could figure out how to get 4 guys in double figures last night, and they did not. Look, Tyrese Maxey 35, Embiid 34, and Tobias Harris with 10. But that was an ugly 10. That was a disgusting 10. There's nothing to figure out. Pass the ball. Yeah, and pass it earlier, Knicks. Brunson should not have the ball in his hands like that if he's going to go dribble 19,000 times. We know that's his flaw. Don't play into their hands, and OG has to step up. Oh, there's 1,000 comments. I'm going to do the Mel's laughing over here. Mel's dying. Knicks Nation, stand up. Viper, what's going on, man? Thanks for all your comments, man. Appreciate you. That was Allen Houston play yesterday. Yep. Big time. AP was good. Props to Jalen. Never say dying. Correct. Embiid is calling timeout right there. No. I don't care if you got binoculars on, Rockstar Mel. Where did Embiid get the foul call? The timeout. Harris had Brunson on smash the last 4 minutes, but great win. That was a combination. They all have him on smash. It's 6'8", man. No diddy. They keep saying Max, he got fouled, but I don't see it. He got pulled on the inbounds play, but they have replays of people getting fouled all game long, man. And they didn't call the one for that Lowry clearly hit DiVincenzo with. And even if you didn't see it that way, it wasn't indisputable evidence. Boston was having the ball. This horrible coaching. Nick Nurse was horrible. That's horrible coaching. You're right. And Tibbs. See if you get away. Tibbs is great with the rotations. Great with the plug and play. Respect it. Props to Jalen, our MVP, for hitting a 3 to keep us alive. That bounce was crazy. I think Sean Bernard, he said he doesn't know if that game is worse than the Kawhi game. That Kawhi Leonard bounce against the 76ers. Y'all keep blaming us. Nah, don't blame us. Go call God. That's not us. The basketball guys keep doing you dirty. Philly? Not. It's not our fault. Who practices the bounce like that? Bad pass from Lowry. Maxey popped it up in the air. Hard tap to the ball. Yeah. Maxey just, for someone who was he was going crazy. I don't think he tucked the ball in. No, did he? And just faced the bench. Just that's it. Even if it was a jump ball at that point, like at least just hover over the ball and try to get somebody's gonna call a timeout. He's young, man. That shows an experience, or that he wasn't really ready for that moment. Because the game he was ready for. He was big time. But that moment he wasn't ready for. I will say that. Broad Street babies. Correct. They went from Broad Street bullies to big bald babies, Viper Records. That's what I said. It's definitely impressive to see the one superstar. Yep. Filing a grievance. Yeah, that guy's filing a grievance. Like we're at work. Like he's really at that. They ain't giving you no money. Daryl Morey, your role player stepped up. They always step up. Yes, horrible coach and nurse tried to call the timeout. Maxey losing the ball. Facts, his energy. iHeart was key for that entire sequence, including the block. Yeah. Also, shout out to OG for grabbing the rebound on the other end and making the free throws. Yeah, that was his biggest moment so far. Like I said, I don't like OG's play so far. He's nowhere near what I thought, man. That guy's incredible, and he hasn't shown no incredibility. If that's a word, I think that's a Clive Frazier thing. Beloved.
Yo, peace of the black people in America. You can hear me?
Yep.
Oh, what's good? What's good?
What's going on, man? Look, we happy in the building, man.
Yeah. Playing above expectations.
Above expectations or beloved expectations?
Well, you know me. I try to keep grounded. I try to keep grounded as a logical thinking Asiatic black man like yourself. So this is what I'm saying. Just keep working hard. And Philly's not a tough team. They're soft, and the Knicks are just outworking them. Like the last play is the perfect picture of what Philly doesn't have and what the Knicks have. Never stop. They have. If you look at the picture of Hartenstein getting the rebound, there's four Philadelphia 76ers looking at him get the rebound. They have no toughness. They're just like, they just stand there and they watch the ball. They just watch the ball. But this is why you can, if you get a team like this, a team that's us against the world type team, they could beat Philly very easily. And Philly's way more talented, but they don't play hard. If you don't play hard to your talent, you're not going to win, especially an NBA series. And it's nonstop. It's nonstop.
I think for me, from the beginning, my expectation was a sweep because, bro, Embiid is like, it's the end of the season. We've seen this from him before. Yeah, we gave him his props for the effort. Right. So, come on, man. After 80 games, a season like this, you've been traveling around. It's not in him. It's just, I don't know, mentally. It's just, physically, it's tough, man. But this is the reason why we give people their flowers and give them their props.
Yo, but let's revisit something real quick. Remember, what month was it? Maybe October, November, we was having a discussion. What would y'all give up for Embiid? Remember that? And remember when I said I would never give up the franchise again for a lazy guy with a bad leg and doesn't stay in shape. I would never do it. Remember I said that, favor. I said never.
Right, but I think at that time it was for Julius Randle, who didn't show he was this Julius Randle. It's a different Julius Randle. Once you do that, I agree with you because he's the Iron Man thing. It was always going to be a risk, and you can't give up too much. Once people threw out Robinson, Julius Randle, and I think RJ Barrett at the time. So you're giving up your whole front court for a risk? Nah, I'm not with that at all. If it's Julius Randle and him straight up, of course. Or Mitchell Robinson and him straight up, okay. Now it's Mitchell is injury prone as well. That's the same thing with Donovan Mitchell. Why are we giving up all this for one guy who's not? At the end of the day, look what Embiid is doing with one superstar on his team. Like, let's be clear. That's the guy that it makes sense. But at the same time, we're giving up a lot of rebounding a lot of scoring, not a lot of defense. If you give up the whole front court for Embiid, that's insane. So I was never on board with that.
But he doesn't even he doesn't even inspire. He could inspire his team to win. He could be out there diving with a bad leg, and inspiring them to win like yo, I'm hurt, but I'm out here for y'all. He just out here. I can't go to the basket, so I'll just keep shooting jump shots. I'll just keep shooting jump shots. I'm not like he just don't got that in him. And
I don't think he's got it in him to be conditioned.
Huh?
But I don't know if he's, because to me, I think it's hard to compare him to like a LeBron, or look at Joker. What is Joker doing to stay in shape or do what he's doing, or is he just blessed by the gods? How do you compare that?
He just don't have a major leg injury. He like if you just don't have injuries, like Joker eventually gonna his talent is right now. He probably got like another maybe 4 or 5 more year run of being able to play in this type of shape, like without like exercising or nothing. But then when he gets older, he's gonna see, all right, I gotta lose maybe 10 to 15 pounds. I gotta lose he'll start getting into it. You know who found out late that's how you're supposed to play basketball? Carmelo. Remember? Carmelo got into the gym 12 to 14 years after you've been in the NBA and you came back in super shape. You're supposed to do that when you and LeBron was rookies. You were supposed to do that. That's when you were supposed to do it, not now. But the NBA,
Right.
the game is filtered, so I could just go 1-on-1. I don't really got to be super strong and super in shape to just go 1-on-1 every time.
And if you're Carmelo, I think it's hard because at the end of the day, Melo's a superstar. Same thing with Embiid. You're a superstar. So it's like, this is working for me for this much, and I got $300 million. So why would I change? You know what I mean? Like that, I think that's the hardest part. That's the hardest. Just putting yourself in their shoes and going, what's gonna get me out of this? How do I get to a championship mode? I think it's hard for people to understand, to get out of their ego like that, and they don't even understand that that's their ego. They just
But
don't.
think about
It's hard to.
we know millions of people, not millions, but we know a lot of people that just got over on sports with their natural ability. And when their natural ability fades them, they don't know how to turn on another switch. Okay, now I got to practice harder. Now I got to work harder. We know a lot of this. That's because this is why the NBA and I love basketball so much. You could be the most accomplished player. That doesn't mean you're the best basketball player. To me, there's basketball players that's not even the NBA that are better than some superstars. That's better than people in the NBA. But the people in the NBA, some people have discipline and some people don't. You could be undisciplined with the most talented, the most basketball talent in the world. You just undisciplined, and you don't want to
That's
get
why.
better.
That's why even with, I don't care what industry you or genre or whatever you do in life, like that's why it's an ill combination. And when you see it, you celebrate it. Because I don't know if if Embiid's getting it late. I don't know if he's deciding to do this for a show, but he's winning. He's won me over as far as respect. Like he's going out there. He's really just this blood coming out of his knee. Like he got the whole. To me, I can't really talk about him like that anymore. He's tried his best. Remember, you got to get into shape. How is it? Can he find a way to get into shape with those knee injuries? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that man's body, his brain, or is he allowed to go but so far?
The blood from his knee because he scraped it, or like the incision?
Nah, I think they poked that. I think they poked him up and gave him some good stuff, bro. No,
they put him in.
Because
Okay.
I don't know why, but why else do you get blood coming from your knee like that?
Yeah, that's why I didn't know like he still had stitches there or whatever. Didn't what you call it? Kirk Schilling did that, right? From the excision bust, right? And when he was on the Red Sox and his Achilles bust or something like that, and he had the bloody sock.
That was the Red Sox, not Arizona. It was the Red Sox. Okay,
wow. I don't know who. I think it was one of them. One of the pitchers. Somebody had a bloody sock from the incision cutting, busting.
And then we've always heard of what's the shot? It's a cortisone shot. Will it hit you with that? And it's like, but you can only get like 2 of those in your life.
No, you're not supposed to get any of but there's cortisone. But there's certain like you could get much cortisone shots if you want. Trust me, because we'll
leave that conversation for off the internet.
But listen, which I was surprised about is, so Embiid throws it off the backboard. He gets hurt. When that happens, the Knicks are down 13. He takes the lead. The Knicks take the lead, right? And then the Knicks go on to win the game. Last night, when he's playing fine and they're moving the ball, they're giving the Knicks fits. And I don't know like I always say, basketball is always going to come back to the medium. So 82 games and a series is way different, especially if you're losing. If your best player is not playing good, if you don't have a second best player that's not even there, and the third player, I don't know what the hell OG doing now. Like he just disappeared. Like he just out there for like shits and giggles.
Yeah, I don't know if the moment's too big for him, but I don't want to hear about you being hurt. If again, you better have some blood coming out of that elbow, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. Cause to me, I don't know about you, but he's the reason why I felt like even when Randall went down, I'm like, all right, but OG's here. I think we could be anybody. Anybody. I don't care who you are. I've seen him guard Embiid. I've seen him guard everybody. Now I've seen Embiid in game one punk him. I've seen that. So I want at least OG to guard and be on the perimeter at minimum. Make him put the ball on the floor like Frazier said, and that's it. But he, to me, if we don't have him, then Philly could steal a game or two. Because
I don't like how Thibodeau is using both what's his name? Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich.
Bogey. Let him go out there and just keep shooting. Why did he take him out? I would have let him. He would have had to miss 4 more threes for me to take him out. He was on fire. There's no reason for you to take him out. He's not getting killed. But no, he wasn't. I watched every possession. He was not getting killed that bad. What was he doing on the other end with those 3-pointers? He changes the floor tremendously for you. But if you take him out, then they start loading up on Brunson. And let me tell you what. And I heard your idea about let Brunson go off the ball and all that.
Yeah, what do you think about? What do you think about? Why not?
Because this is what they're doing, right? They're not blitzing Brunson from like
no.
If I have the ball on the wing, they're not blitzing him. This is what they're doing. Brunson likes to get players on his hip and use his footwork. But you know what? He does it with his strong hand, his left hand. What they doing is they're not really guarding him straight up. They're guarding him at certain angles. So they bring the double team on an angle so he can't go to his strong hand. So the player is what the player is doing. They have one player running behind him. He's trailing him on the strong head to get the back tap. So he's consistently looking this way, and the double team is coming from the right, and now he has nowhere to move. He has to give the ball up. And Philly's like, okay, you give the ball up, all of y'all gonna have to beat us. You're gonna have to do this 2 more times and get us out of here. Because they're not, if you look, it's not a straight up double team. It's called trailing a player. So I know, like, I'm gonna run behind the player, and I know the double's gonna come on his strong hand, so I can get the back tap. So the trailer guy gets the back tap, and the double comes from the right side because they know he can't go right. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So left hand is taken away, and you're weak on your right hand. So he's just forcing shots, and he can't keep the guy on his hip because the guy's behind him.
Right, but so that's why I'm saying I don't think you disagree with me. He shouldn't be on the ball as much.
But then,
how's he going to be on the ball
But for Fabian, when he set the down screen for him, and when he comes across the screen, he's going to catch it on one hand. He got to catch on his left hand to go left. They're still going to trail the screen.
So you got to run plays with him off ball. The same thing with Steph Curry. Remember, he's a great set shooter. There's no look what happened with the game winner with the shot that he hit that went off the bounce. It was still a good shot, and that was just a broken play. But you still got to try something different. We're going to be scrapping on defense and try to keep up.
But you're saying what Steph Curry does, right? They've been practicing that for years. It's just happening right now. You don't have the practice time to put in a certain play and run it over and over. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you suggest? What do you suggest Brunson do?
I think that the screen should, every time the screen roll comes, you got to first of all, Hartenstein got to shoot the ball. Every time when Brunson's on the right, when Brunson's on the right side of the court and he wants to go left and they set a screen and roll, don't let Hartenstein set the screen and roll. You let OG or Bogey set the screen, and then when Embiid step up, Hartenstein got to start hitting that floater. He got to start hitting the floater. You know that floater he does with the left hand. If he starts hitting the floater, Embiid has to step back, and now you start getting to the better angle. And another thing Brunson is doing, he's fading away too much. That left hand to the box and then fade. No, and during the season he used to step through, right? In the season, he steps through there and get a layup. He's fading and shooting. It's too much.
But I still believe they're cutting off the left side of the court making him operate on the right hand side. We've seen it with Randall. We've seen it with RJ Barrett. The difference between him and them, though, is that he can shoot better off the catch and shoot. Like I understand what you're saying, the trailing defender and everything. I saw a lot of one-on-one. I saw a lot of Nick Batum picking him up 90 feet. Goal.
Oh yeah, but that's just to annoy you. Like that really doesn't
Right.
like all the NBA players.
Yeah, but it's still it gets you off your rhythm.
It's an annoyance, but it's not like they know how to dribble past somebody 94 feet. That's why you don't see you know what I'm saying? You don't see that a lot. You know why you don't see that a lot? Because this is a different level. This is not like you know what I'm saying? You don't see 90 people.
So we need to see you crack him one time and never have him do that again. Because I haven't seen it enough. Like, come on now. This is 90 feet. This is every single play they're picking you up damn near. No, you gotta show them, don't do that. I got a handle. You don't do that. They would never do that to Kyrie Irving. The whole game, Kyrie is putting you on your back pockets.
They put what's the name on the one? They put damn, what was the guard name on the Clippers? He just did it for like 10 possessions in a row.
Terrence
Mann. He was getting shook out of his sneakers, but they just do it to annoy you, to throw off the offense. Because it makes you run the offense so super high. They don't, NBA teams don't like running their offense high. They like running it low as they can so they get right to the basket.
And then you need 8 seconds to cross half court.
I have a question for you.
Hold on, if you take the 6 to 8 seconds to cross half court, we know how long. And then you do that, you end up with Brunson on the other side of the court in the half court, dribbling for how long? That's also the problem. That we know he's gonna dribble for 9 seconds. That's the average, or just on paper.
Because you know why he's doing that? Because he keeps trying to get to that move, and he got to try to find his angle. And by the time that happens, it's 5 seconds, and then you got Josh Hart shooting a 3.
And now you're not. And this is where everyone complains about, oh, they're trying to throw in our face. Oh, that's why the smaller players don't. No, we've been playing like this all year long. It's time for I don't know how you feel about that. DiVincenzo and McBride bringing the ball up. To me, it worked great. It's not like Josh Hart bringing the ball up who was insane. He's a lunatic with the ball in his hands, crossing half court, full court.
Yo, he's good for one. He's good for one of these a half. Rebound and go coast to coast and hope for a foul. He does that once a half. He does it once a half.
No, but while also giving us a heart attack. Hold on a second. Like, he's going coast to coast. And hold on a second. Why is it that every single time he goes to the basket, the defense goes smack the ball out of his hand? They go like this.
He goes like this. He always loses the ball. He always goes like
this. No, it's no call, Josh. It's a no foul, Josh. They know exactly when you're bringing the ball up. But yeah, DiVincenzo and McBride bring the ball. What did you want to ask?
Besides Game 6 last year in Miami, no, we lost in 7 in Miami, right?
No, we lost in 6.
Besides that Game 6, is this Game 3 the most important game in the last 10 years in Knicks history? In the last 10 years,
yeah. Except what was the game against Indiana with Melo? That one was important for him also, for Melo. And I forgot. You know what I forgot? Because I like, Fleece says I issue on Melo, but I don't issue on Melo. I just thought he was miscasted like John Starks. And that's a bad comparison, but I'm just saying Melo wasn't. Shumpert, we missed Shumpert that series. Like, I forgot that his knee blew up like Baron Davis' knee blowing up was crazy, but Shumpert getting hurt was a big deal. But whatever game that was against the Pacers for Carmelo, that was tough, bro. That was like, my heart was twisted because I'm like, I felt like I told you so. But it's also like, I want Melo to win. He's a Knick.
Who else was hurt that game? Oh, we lost Tyson Chandler, couldn't move. Remember? He had the back. You can't go Roy Hibbert. You had Roy Hibbert. Remember Roy Hibbert and David West? When Tyson Chandler tried to play, he couldn't move. I think that hurt more than Tyson Chandler getting hurt in the beginning of that series. Cause remember, I don't know if he got hurt Game 1 or if he's hurt previously. But all I said was, I don't care. My fault. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Are we doing sign language? Come in and come back out. We can hear you. We can hear you. Trailing Brunson footwork Brunson and taking away his footwork. I still just think they're cutting off the court, bro, and making them operate in the right hand side, and then you giving them less time to operate and do whatever he wants to do. It's a great game plan, and it's working. We need more OG out there. I don't OG on Maxey is not a good matchup. Maxey's a blur. I don't want OG on Maxey. I want OG to lurk around on defensively. Either stay on Embiid. So if they go for a pick and roll, you can switch on Maxey and cut off a lot of that right hand going to his right hand. Make him go left, make Embiid go left. Like there's no way Embiid is playing the second half that way, and we're not doing anything about it. Like there's not enough pressure on him, man. We were up 5 when Embiid got hurt. Bohan, height makes teams hesitate to shoot at will on us. Man, the thing about Bogey is that set shot is crazy. Like you forget how great a set shot works until you see one, a professional. He's a professional set shooter, man. Bogey's shot is crazy, and it's just cash. Novak was off that series too. There was no rhythm for that series because once you can't go toe to toe with Indiana defensively back then, it was tough, and it was a lot of pressure on Melo. Not enough. Was Kidd there? Yeah, Jason Kidd was there, right? When we lost to Indiana.
Remember, that's when Jason Kidd goes. He hits like he hits 2 threes the whole series. He went like 2 for 28 from 3-point land. So he got 100 years old in one night. He came back. He got 100 years old over we won the first series. He got 100 years old. There was no rim protection, and you had young Paul George and you had Lance Stevenson just going to the hole every play. And my man Tyson Chandler, Tyson Chandler couldn't do nothing. He could have protected the rim. He had a bad back.
That was my problem with Jeremy Lin. Like I understood he wasn't gonna be what he was for those 2 weeks, but I thought, Daryl Morey signed Jeremy Lin to a crazy poison pill contract, but I thought it was okay because that third year would be all right to trade. But besides all that, now you got a 3-headed monster at point guard. It would have been him, Raymond Felton, and Jason Kidd. Like I thought that was the wave to go. You have 3-point guards.
I don't think he's on that team. He's on that team.
Yeah, because they signed Raymond. They re-signed Raymond Felton and got Jason Kidd right before the signing of I could look it up Jeremy Lin. And I thought, that's perfect if you also sign Lin.
The series we lost in the second round to Indiana.
Yeah. I thought the summer before was when we lost Lin.
No, that's what I'm saying. Lin is not on that team.
No, he's not on that team. But I'm saying,
I had no problem. I had no problem. But what's his name? I think they had Prigioni. Prigioni used to come in and handle the offense.
Yeah, but to your point, how Jason Kidd got old overnight. Mm-hmm. Like if you would have had 3-point guards going into there, Prigioni wasn't what. At the end of the day, Lin was serviceable. He had that set shot. And Lin in the corner set shot with Carmelo was different. And having Novak there, he put the ball on the floor a little bit. It was just Miami did what they did to him. But at the end of the day, Felton, you give him a chance to get into shape. Give Jason Kidd some rest with another young point guard with Jeremy Lin there.
Do you see Felton now? That's his dream. He wanted to be like that in the NBA. You know that, right? That's it. Like he thinks that's his dream goal to look like that in the NBA. He wanted to be that in the NBA and still play. But yeah, I think the Knicks.
Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah, Khalid
2.0.
Khalid could play though. I like Khalid though.
They both could play.
Okay, if the Knicks go down this game, right? Say Game 3 is always hard going to the other person's house because that crowd is crazy. You go that now. If you could get punched in the mouth, pause, and withstand the run, because they're gonna go on a crazy run. They're gonna go in there. Maxey's gonna hit 40, 30-foot threes, and Embiid's gonna get 2 dunks in the and one. If you go into halftime either up 5 or not down by more than 12, I think that's a success. Because you know what's going to happen. Like, they're going to try to blow you out, pause, right in the beginning of the game. That's how Game 3s happen.
Well, I think Kyle Lowry or Oubre, one of these guys, somehow going to be able to contribute because they're at home and they're getting home-cooked meals and everything. That's gonna be when Brunson really has to turn alive. But really, for me, again, it's OG. OG can stop all of that. Because if you stop Embiid from being Embiid and making them at 75%, okay, go try something. That to me is the key. Because it doesn't matter what you're doing on offense. We can shut all that down. That's more than Brunson. Everybody keeps focusing on Brunson. That's cool, man. It is what it is. We know his flaws. The one thing of going into the playoffs for me is OG. He hasn't showed up, and that's what I'm most disappointed about. All that stuff doesn't matter. We want Tobias Harris. If Tobias Harris scores 30, we go, all right, you guys got it. He was on fire. What could we do? There's no way around that. But we got big time dudes, man. And OG, he got to step it up, man.
I don't like when we just run and double and we're scrambling all over on defense. We have to stay disciplined on defense. I know Tibbs doesn't like that scrambling around. He wants everyone to play their position, and Robinson and Hartenstein should be able to keep Joel Embiid in front of them. If he's going to hit 13 footers on each side of the court a half, then we live with that. But this don't go running double team. Then Lowry penetrates and kicks to the corner, and you get other people in rhythm. You got to keep them watchers. The best way to play Philly is letting B go crazy and keep all them other niggas as a watcher. When I mean a watcher, I mean like he just standing there waiting for the ball. Just let them stand there and wait for the ball. When they start cutting to the basket and Maxey going back door and they hitting threes and Tobias Harris getting a little layup on the other side, that's when they dangerous.
You say, and we'll go with this. You think Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein should be able to stay in front of Embiid while he puts the ball on the floor, especially on the perimeter?
When he gets the ball at the elbow now. Well, I'm talking about when he gets the ball at the elbow. When he gets the ball in the post, he's gonna back anybody down. Unless you bring in Sabonis or Shaq back from the dead. That's the only people he's not backing down. I mean, when he gets to the elbow, they shouldn't let him jab step, head fake him, and then get to the rim. He can't move.
Right.
Just keep him in front of you. Give him an arm's distance and just show him the shot. And that's it. What you think about the other series? Oh, I don't know if you got to go or whatever.
No. Well, a couple minutes. Which one?
All of them. What you got? What you think about what happened with the Lakers last night?
I think for the Lakers, if they get rest, and if LeBron sleeps in his bubble, they'll be all right. To me, I think they can stretch it to 6-7 games. Because bro, it's tough to go in Denver and do that like that. I don't know if he blew his load or no did he, but I think is AD played well. I don't like the crybaby syndrome though. I don't like them all crying and everything. But LeBron played crazy. He blocked this guy's shot. He especially following the game one that he had. That game last night was amazing.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have. I thought for LeBron to win last night, he would have to have that Golden State J.R. Smith game. The 51-8-8, some shit like that. Yeah, he would have to have one of them. He did. He had a great some people. You just got to understand. Like some teams, this is not a good matchup for you. They're like Denver, what I told the Laker fan this, my man, right? I said, y'all better tank that game versus y'all better lose that second game. I said, why would y'all want to play Denver? Play OKC. LeBron would never let a young team like that beat him in a 7-game series.
Well, wait a minute. No. They couldn't do it. Because I'm with you. The Pelicans and OKC want no parts of the Lakers. They tear them young guys up.
LeBron would never lose to a young team, Fabian, like that.
But here's the thing. Remember, they played the Pelicans in the play-in.
They were supposed to tank the last game. They were supposed to lose on purpose.
And play who?
Play OKC.
No, but you can't. I don't think they could have beaten the Kings. You understand? Like the Lakers.
You bugging.
Bro, they get
to the playoff, Fabian.
Yes.
Hold on.
Remember, you're the same thing we just saw right now. They would have had to play all out against the Pelicans, and they did.
No. Rest up against the Pelicans and go to Sacramento and beat them.
I see what you're saying.
You think LeBron is not losing to the Kings to go to the playoffs?
If even at LeBron 100% and 100% rest and stuff like that, I'm not taking that chance, bro. Like the Kings played, they're younger than them. Sabonis he's bullying this guy. Nah, well, I'm with you. I understand what you're saying.
OKC would
Like,
not be beaten. OKC can't beat the Lakers in 7-game series.
I agree. The Pelicans can't beat them. Those are the two teams I saw that they're young. Like Minnesota will thrash them, and they're young, but they will thrash them. Gobert's too big. They're too big. Cat is out there now. Nah, they're too big. But OKC, bro, the Pelicans, I've seen them with 3 fouls on Anthony Davis in the first quarter in a regular season game, and Pelicans still lost. OKC, LeBron was destroying them the entire year. For some reason, it's just like LeBron against Kawhi. Yo, he has Kawhi's number.
He smoked
Kawhi
Kawhi.
don't want no parts of LeBron.
No, listen. This is why I don't understand why he I don't know if he wanted to prove a point that nigga. No, they just beat you 7-8 times in a row. You can't beat them. Avoid them at all costs. That's why it's so.
Nuggets.
That's why it was so important for the Knicks to get the number 2 seed, so they avoid Boston to the Eastern Conference Finals. They didn't want to fall into that 4 or 5 seed because you see them second round. The point is to avoid Boston and to avoid Denver as long as you can, because you're not beating these teams. LeBron should be in the second round right now. They should be up 2-0 against or up 1-0 versus OKC right now. I don't know why they didn't tank that game. I don't understand it. I would have said, LeBron, just say your hamstring, your groin hurts. It hurts every 2 years. They'll believe you.
And you see exactly what we're talking about with OKC. They're really struggling against the Pelicans. They're really struggling.
They struggle
And
against
SGA,
size.
I love SGA. Well, I said it during the whole season, bro. I love SGA, but no, he's not in the same category as no damn Joker. He's just not. This is a lot has to do with the fact that his guys are healthy. There's no Chet. We saw OKC with Chet, without Chet. Two different teams.
What's Pelicans' center name?
Valanciunas.
They're struggling against Valanciunas. Imagine Anthony Davis. He will have 40 and 40 at the half against them.
Yeah.
If he gets swept, listen. Let me tell you something. First of all,
if LeBron gets the Lakers
wins, listen. No. When Game 4, when the hit 0, 20 minutes after that, Darvin Ham had been relieved of his duties as Lakers head coach, and I don't know what they're gonna do for the rest of but I know he's gonna get fired that night. He's not gonna survive the night.
I think they announced they're staying with something like that. Somebody in the IR, yeah, they're gonna stay with Darvin Ham. They announced it already.
When?
I'll look it up, but I thought they announced Darvin Ham's thing.
Yeah, right. 10 minutes. He's not. We're gonna get a report that night that he's been relieved of his duties.
And you know, Mike,
don't lose that game. There's no way you're supposed to lose that game last night. I would have got 10 shot clock violations. There's no way you lose.
Just run the clock.
There's no way you lose that game, my nigga. Don't shoot. Just get the violation and play defense. And DeAndre, let me tell you something. And people could keep saying, listen, LeBron is like a tennis player playing a team sport. He's a tremendous individual person. Individual player. People besides the only person that survived the LeBron typhoon is Dwayne Wade. Other than that, he destroys people's careers.
Kyrie?
Kyrie survived it too.
Survived? Well, Kyrie benefited the most.
How? Nigga, he hit the shot that he
gave
LeBron the ring.
Yeah. Right. There,
I'm talking about surviving as in you're never the same after you play with LeBron. Kevin Love, Chris Bosh.
Surviving LeBron is crazy.
Yo, I'm telling you, he did
survive.
He drained them.
Surviving LeBron is wild business.
Yes. You gotta, put that on a t-shirt. Yo, Fade, put that on a t-shirt. You gotta put that on a t-shirt. D'Angelo Russell hates playing with him. Everybody hates playing with him. You ever see them look at him? They're like, Mario Chalmers couldn't take it no more on the bench. He said, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Shut up. Stop crying. Remember that?
That's true.
Do you understand how mad you got to get a person to call you out their name? You got to be that's years and months of just shut the fuck up, you faggot.
No. You got to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but he couldn't take it no more.
But that's if that's been brewing on you the whole season, and finally just go, because if that was just a regular dude you had no respect for to begin with, how do you go from? Remember, it's LeBron.
Exactly. They can't because there's an aura that we think. Them niggas don't see it like that. I'm like, okay, you good. Yes, you're the best, but you don't have to be the best and a prima donna and a woman and like you too much. It's too much with him. Like, all right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? Think about when we were younger, a nigga that you know was getting mad money, right? There was niggas that was getting money and they was quiet. But then it was niggas getting money. We go in a restaurant with them. Yo, I'm here. Like, it's fine for the first and second time. After the third time, it's like, my nigga, I can't go out with this nigga. He gonna get everybody arrested.
Right. I don't want to be any. I don't want to be any of these guys.
I sell crack. Like, it's too much. like it's too much, man. That's him.
We got that was 10 minutes of Beloved, and we go into the 80s crack era. That's when it's time to go. We're trying to get this money, baby. Beloved. Always on. Let me look a couple more comments. I don't know if you saw any comments that were crazy. Anything else come to mind? Oh, anything else about the playoffs?
Nah, so I like Denver for the sweep. I like Boston for the sweep. Knicks and they win the night. Knicks in 6. I mean Knicks in 5. And OKC. I think that's gonna go. I think OKC is gonna have problems, and I think that game they should sweep them, but I think they'll go 5. And Dallas and the Clippers. That's
going that one. That's
I think that's going 7.
Kyrie. I think Harden. I can't see Harden doing that. We know he's not doing it for 4 games.
Yep.
Right.
I think they both.
But we know
both win 2 games at home.
Yeah, but we know Kyrie and Luka. They each got 1 or 2 of those games, and they're gonna go off. And I'm just surprised. I know Terrence Mann. I think it was Terrence Mann that played up on Kyrie like that.
Yeah.
I see them go. I see Luka having they playing tonight, Dallas, right?
Yeah, they play tonight.
Nah, I see Luka going bananas.
Now, I think Luka's gonna go bananas at home. I think both teams go 2-0 at home, and then they settle it after that. It's gonna go 7. I got them going 7.
I can't see the Clippers having a back-to-back performance. I think it's 1-1 to Dallas. Yeah, I don't believe in the Clippers. I don't believe in the Clippers.
So you think Dallas is 4-1 or 4-2?
7 games now.
Oh,
I think they got another one of these games. Let's say game 4. You know, when they go, maybe in Dallas, maybe they come back to LA. But I don't believe in the Clippers going. You know, bro. LeBron is old. Kawhi is old. Paul. These guys are old, man. I don't care what juice they're taking. Kevin Durant is old.
All right. Hey, Fabian. Let me tell you something. Enjoy the playoffs. Enjoy everything. But get ready for these 3 rumors. And remember, I'm telling you this.
Wait.
You ready for this?
Wait. Is it internet friendly?
Oh yeah. No, yeah. It's basketball.
Okay.
Paul George wanted to come to New York.
Right. CAA
Kevin Durant.
CAA client. I'm sorry. CAA client. Paul George.
Kevin Durant trying to force his way out for a trade, or Devin Booker trying to force his way out.
Devin Booker, the CAA client.
Mm-hmm. Listen, and the last one, Knicks talking to 3. Yeah, Durant, Paul George, and Booker. One of those 3 guys are gonna force their way out to the Knicks.
You still on this Donovan Mitchell train, or you like Devin?
Nah, I'm good with him. We missed that boat. I'm fine.
Missed? No, we gladly watch it.
I don't know gladly.
You think Donovan Mitchell brings us to this kind of the second seed?
Yeah, but you don't have you still have Brunson though. You
would have had him and Brunson.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and so now how about this? Let's think about your logic. Then if Brunson can't bring up the ball, now you have Donovan Mitchell. Now you have Donovan Mitchell bring up the ball. See, solves the problem, right?
All right. And who else is on the team?
Everybody else except OG.
They're not here.
OG not on the team now.
No, it's RJ Barrett's gone. RJ Barrett would have been gone. Mitchell Robinson would have been gone.
DiVincenzo's still there. Josh Hart still would have been signed.
Maybe, but there's no Mitchell Robinson.
All those 2 players. You guys hate Mitchell Robinson. Remember you told me
who hates Mitchell Robinson?
Center. You
never
told me he was in the top 10 center.
Never said that. You're crazy. I said he was the identity of the Knicks back in December before we started getting rolling.
Bugging. We talk about in the summertime, but okay.
Even in the summertime, I've been saying Mitchell Robinson has been the identity of the Knicks.
They wanted. I thought they just wanted picks and what's his name?
Nah, that's when they said RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. I said, nah, Danny Ainge, go to hell. You ain't getting everybody.
But those 3 rumors are definitely gonna happen. Good talking to you, man.
Sounds like it, especially Durant bum. The bum himself. Peace to everybody, beloved. Come on. We live in a crazy world right now.
All right. I mean, all right.
All righty. Where am I at? Guys have been great. That's Eastside beloved. Knicks fan. Him and Flea pride themselves on logical, grounded. I'm gonna go crazy. Doing big things. You know what? Let me get. I'll stay to 10 more minutes. Go through your comments, man. Y'all show me love. Knicks 100. Knicks 100 loves beloved. Broad Street Babies. I Heart was key for the entire sequence. Yeah, salute. Jalen had an off night. No, he had an off 2 nights, my brother. And B was crying, but they were blowing more whistles against the Knicks for anything, and we were getting fouled like a. And yeah, I mean, it's playoffs, man. Makeup call for Reggie Miller. Maxey was not fouled, but like Kenny said, you want to call that push off first. You just can't. You can't rely on that. You don't rely on the whistle. They also said the league basically started playoff basketball in after the trade deadline, and they also said if you're creating contact on offense, they're not calling the foul. They're not calling the foul on you or for you. Reggie Miller did it to her 30 years ago. He's waiting for the foul, and B doesn't have the ball. How the F is he gonna call? Can he call a timeout? I think anybody can call a timeout as long as you have possession, if I'm not mistaken. Or does the ball player have to have a timeout? That's what reason why they go ah. But if not, great point, Anarchy. Please don't bring up Reggie Miller. Still hurt. That was tough. Don't do that. Y'all cry versus Houston. Yeah, I didn't cry, but we saw what happened there. That was crazy, by the way, against Houston. When they called Brunson for that foul late game, and then they made up for against Detroit. Let me find out. Flea undercover Lakers fan. I don't know. He loves LeBron. Remember, he loves Kobe. Flea loves Kobe. So on a low, he probably is a purple and gold. Like Barkley said, Hield is MIA. Listen, gladly so. But who you relying on, Buddy Hield? Talk about the chucker himself. Josh shooting 50%. Ups his play in the playoffs. Much respect. He has. He makes the right play. Don't worry about Brunson, though, y'all. He's going to be all right. We need that one Brunson game, especially in Philly, especially at his second home, Philadelphia. Don't forget it. They're going to turn Josh Hart into Jimmy Butler. You watch. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. The Kyle Lowry thing was crazy. The Fiends in Philly lean on their toes stronger than that. Go Knicks, baby sweep. I wouldn't put his career on the line for this series. Philly playing a dangerous game with their star. They played a dangerous game his whole career, man. It's do or die for him. All those points at the end, New York City Knicks got defensive, and B knows the series is over. That's how I see it. Yeah, he's giving a lot. That's my quarterback, right? You see it, Knicks 100. He's supposed to be defiant and upset, not huddled over, and he's just always crying. To be honest. And Embiid is just like, I'm a big, wild, emotional man. Internationals are different. Giannis said there's no failure in sports. I agree with him. And Kobe's not from here either, I guess. There is no failure. I don't know. He's done, bro. It's over. Sixers, Knicks, baby, in 4. Sweep coming. Randall did 2 series on 1 wheel, Fabe. He did. And Randall's like, he's another, like, just workhorse. I just said, Jesus Christ. Who doesn't wish they were built like Julius Randle? I gained a healthy respect for Randle last playoffs. Got Embiid out there as if it was the finals. That is funny. Embiid not gonna last. Austin Rivers with his eye for the Clippers. Nobody told him to pull. Oh, yeah. Joel is a crybaby. If you sit down, if you hurt, sit down. If you're playing, shut up and go. That's on him, my Nick. He will know better next time. Get no respect, but we keep winning and they keep whining. Correct, Victor. That's why I didn't like Brunson whining mid-season. Stop crying, man. Play ball. Trying to embarrass OG, but played himself. He's a beast and B, but we got defense. Knicks should just pick and roll at this dude constantly, working on both ends. They're going to press it. Right. They got a game plan for Brunson. Why aren't we game planning for Embiid? Jesus. Look at all the times he fell on the floor for no reason at all. Yeah, he's dirty, man. I will say that about Embiid. Thanks for reminding me, Knicks 100. I always say Embiid is a dirty, dirty man. I don't know who's dirtier, him or Bam, because that's 300 pounds. Just always trying to go for the Ric Flair, the shoulder block to the back of your kneecap. You ain't low, Embiid. That adds up over time. I ain't going front. This sequence had my stomach wrecked. Yeah. 76ers and 6. You showed up in the comments, Phil, to say that? Are you crazy? Is your name really Phil, or is that like a Philadelphia short for Philly? That's kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. If your name is Phil for Philadelphia, I'm giving you props in the middle of this ass whooping we're giving y'all. See, Paris, sorry for his eye, but don't bring my Knicks down because F his eye, knee, and couch. Yo, Knicks 100 is the typical. He got to be in his late 40s. No disrespect, Knicks 100. You are an old school New Yorker, or you were raised by the old school New Yorkers to be talking like this, shooting from the hip. I understand what you're saying, the heart of an athlete. He's right, though. He's talking about good with arenas, better conditioning and diet. What is this? Agenda. I think that's Agenda from Twitter. What's going on, Agenda? The Golden State fan. No one cares about the Knicks and not having Randall. Embiid is out of shape. Yeah, correct. They don't care about us. Like Shaq and his toe, it ultimately ended his career. Oh, everything Kwame Brown said about Gilbert was actually, you actually see live and direct. Embiid straight acting like the bully stole his lunch money. Gilbert played for the bag. Yep. You are also talking at Fab. F out of here. I don't know if you're telling me to get out of here or I don't know. Anytime a Nick touched Embiid, the whistle was blown. No, did he? Them niggas trying to Kurt Schilling us. Don't fall for it, y'all. Maybe. Embiid can't talk ish about not getting calls. He makes a living on the charity stripe. Yep. You heard that a couple times this live, right? Yo, Daniel Perez, if you're still on here, please let us know how you comment like this. I don't know if you reply on Twitter or how you do it, because we're trying to figure out how you send us comments from Twitter so we could tell everybody else how to do it. It's Nick Nurse, same coach. Yeah, we had plenty of injuries and adversity and no one cares about. I'm worried about JB not hitting his shots. He needs his rhythm back if we're going to take this serious. They're taking his rhythm away. He's a rhythm guy with the ball in his hands. And like Beloved explained, the trailing defender ruins their footwork. That's why I believe we should go more off ball, attempt to do it and set up some stuff with Hartenstein and the other guys. Because it's like if Brunson's not on the court. Like, imagine if Brunson doesn't play, what play would you run, right? And instead of having Brunson, you have McBride out there or Bogdanovich or whoever it is. But instead of them, you actually have Brunson on the court, going weak side, off ball. Like, I just think you have to try that several times instead of 10 straight plays of Brunson coming down court. Half the court is cut off and they have a trailing defender and you can't go right. We saw how that worked out 10 times in a row last night. Like, come on now. So we can't do anything new. Let's just bang our heads against the wall. See if we bleed. No diddy. Same exact issue. Raptors offer Sixers, offer big wings. Knicks won't go away. They had no timeouts. That would have been an epic fail if they stopped. Game over. No timeouts. Great game, Knicks. Did they have no timeouts for real? Bet on Knicks 6 with a healthy Embiid. If Embiid was healthy, this series might be 2-0 or 1-1. Salute, Flea. Philly been a tough matchup for Brunson all year. He's averaging 6 points per game less than his season average. We just got to get through this series. Brooklyn Buddha, you are the only person I've ever heard say that. Not saying you're lying. I'm saying Brooklyn Buddha. Shout out to the Buddha. Peace, Fabian. What's up, Nostalgic? Now he ain't healthy. We sweep. And thanks. M3 TV, what's going on? That arena is very familiar for our Villanova dogs. Exactly. Audio. Oh, this is when my audio went out, huh, guys? Charlie Brown. Womp womp. What happened to Juby? Let's try it. Let me close this out. And we'll do a multiplayer server or whatever you're doing. All right. Let me close this out. All right. That was the Juju bean. You muted. Read the comments, bro. My bad. All that crying and nursing, especially Embiid. Embiid got all those nickel and dime foul calls. One could say Embiid missing free throws, early cost the Sixers. Take the glasses off now. Thank you. Take the glasses off now. Read the comments. Oh, no, yo, you were roasting me. Yo. I can see the comments on his shades, but he's not reading them. Oh man, wasting good air. Your man's in the Matrix. Yo, Josh Hart playing with supreme confidence. Hold on, no, keep fix the audio. They're gonna turn Hart into Jimmy Butler. Talk up, bruh. Say it with your chest. Put some bass in your voice, Brody. The fact that Embiid gets hurt during this series and ends his career, then what? He needs to play for the next year. He doesn't got to prove nothing. I don't. But do you think he's gonna get another contract in 2 years? I don't know. Fix the audio. You cutting in and out. Nika said, "Say it with your chest." It was crazy. Nah, they going crazy on me, man. This is sad. We hear you now. Still bad. He's good. Went out again. Now better. Now you're good. Let's go. That's when Dom jumped in. No sound. You back. The big Knicks fan. Perfect. Knicks too slow getting into their offense, defense. Coach on Twitter said the same thing. That was a dreamy 3. They double Brunson from his strong hand. There's no go-to move. Yeah, I mean, you know. Hartenstein can shoot from the distance, bring Embiid from underneath. Now, I don't want Hartenstein shooting too many shots from the distance, bro. What he did yesterday was perfect. Dante and Isaiah. The problem is that we don't have somebody to dump the ball off to Hartenstein, and Brunson ain't going to get the ball wherever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Dante and Isaiah had a great bounce-back game. Literally won the game. Yeah, Dante, Isaiah, and Josh Hart, man. Just crazy. And beat his barbecue chicken right now. He's beyond barbecue chicken. What's their record when he plays? Too many mismatches. We too small. Shut Maxey down the whole third quarter. Yeah, we did, but was he on him in the third quarter? Because I didn't see. I think he might have got 1 3-pointer in there, and not even. The link not working. It's not to figure out pass the ball. Yeah. Get rid of the ball, rock sooner. Again, your man's wanted to do razzle dazzle on us, and it's biting him in the. This is all Embiid's doing. He did it to himself and his team trying to get cute. How many times did Brunson get fouled and no call? I don't want to hear it. I knew you guys would love Isaiah. I'm so mad we let him go for John Wall. Yeah, he'd be crazy for the Clippers. You guys are definitely missing him. It's the will in the man, not the skill in the man. Salute to the panel and the chat. Some players don't have that switch that transitions their game. We need to stop being thirsty for a star on the team. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we prove that. We make stars over here, so we don't need stars. We just need to add. You know, that's why they say Bridges and Booker's cool and everything, but he's a bit of a diva too with the Kardashians and all that. We don't want that over here. 2 superstars in Philly. We got a whole block of chicks from town, if you know what I mean, Booker. We need all that. We don't need the Kardashians. 2 superstars in Philly getting belt to A, but not role players. FD stars. Carmelo's problem was he loved the streets too much. I mean, I guess like AI, but yeah, that's true. But you know, he still was a skillful dude, skillful scorer. He wasn't a franchise guy, in my opinion. Superstar, he brought him the money. Melo never understood sacrifice to get in the ring. I agree. This Hoodie Melo was created that, and this, that myth. We need an Embiid to stay healthy for you, Team USA. They're trying to Kurt Schilling us. Yeah, I heard that a couple of times. That's cortisone shot. And Embiid is still putting up numbers, but there is no fire. I think that Duncan game 1 was his first fire moment, and look how that ended. Silly. Yes, Bogdanovich was scoring. You don't ever get killed. He don't ever get killed. People exaggerate about Bohan. Bohan height makes teams hesitate to shoot at will on us. Yeah, Bohan is that's what he has over Fournier. Like he's like, what is he, like 6'8"? He looks like he's 6'8" and could just shoot over everybody. We were 5 when Embiid got hurt. OG on Maxey's not a good matchup. Yeah, we said that. Yeah, I read that earlier. I agree. I think OG got to play, just come with the help. Oh, did he? He said they trailing Brunson and taking away his footwork. Yeah, but Hartenstein was 8 for 9. Hitting that floater. You gotta get, man, playing towards his strengths, and he was destroying, like couldn't miss. Melo round 2, game 2. The Indiana game. Novak was off that series too. They all were. We had Baron Davis. I thought with the Baron Davis, I think his knee exploded against Miami. That was crazy. The first season that the second season Melo was here for a full season. Melo's first full season and the second season he was here. Remember, they tried to make Roy Hibbert a star in that series. A joke. Come on. Lynn came in 2013, 2014. Right. But the summer that he left, that Houston signed him, I thought we were going to re-sign him and have two other point guards, man. Gentlemen, please give Sal his mans. He needs them. Who's Sal? I think Booker, Luka, Spider did something. Evil hit Joel. Well, gotta get going, guys. Love y'all. All Ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.